What is up, guys? Fatal82 coming at you with a weekly Rust update video. Rust Legacy players rejoice, 2 new weapon attachments have been added into the game, which are going to bring us back to the Legacy baseline in terms of weapon modifications. We now have the laser sight and the flashlight attachments back in Rust. Both are going to be under barrel attachments that cannot be used at the same time, but they can be swapped out for one another at any point in time. They'll integrate nicely with pre-existing attachments being the hollow sight and the silencer, and the overall number of weapon modification slots has increased to 3 overall. Both of these are going to be suited best for close quarter battle situations, with the laser sight greatly increasing the hip fire accuracy. In addition, the laser sight is said to have an added bonus of reducing the recoil of weapons by 30%. And if that's indeed the case, that the laser sight, when equipped, is going to reduce the recoil of individual weapons by 30%, is a bit of a game changer here, and this really needs to be tested out further. I can't wait to see some great community videos kind of testing out that and really seeing what the difference is. Looking back at the footage, I didn't pick up on it, but I did notice that the groupings were significantly tighter when using that red dot. I attributed that to the fact that the crosshairs was on the screen, and it was helping me to focus where it was going. Now that crosshair with the red dot is going to allow you to also use it when looking down the iron sights, and also when looking through the hollow sight model. But it's best going to be used for close quarters, hip firing situations. That's really where it's going to shine. As you can see here, the groupings are noticeably tighter when using the red dot attachment versus when not using it. The laser sight attachment is going to run you 15 high quality metal, and it's going to be a non-default rare blueprint. The Knights in Rust are going to be a bit brighter this go around by way of a weapon mounted flashlight attachment. It has a 50 meter view radius, it'll run you 10 high quality metal, and it's turned on or off by hitting the F key. Now, F is the default binding for using both the laser sight and the flashlight weapon modifications. If you want to go ahead and change that key binding, just go to the options menu, hit the escape key, hit options, go to your keyboard input, and you can go ahead and change that toggle to any key that's going to work best for whatever your playstyle is in Rust. Praise the face punch gods, doors now close twice as fast, which will make it much harder for mofos like Sneaky Pete to jump into your base and kill you with a machete. But they can still do it, they can get the timing of the door down, so don't rely just on that, and make sure you still double bag it up with those airlocks to make sure that guys like Sneaky Pete aren't getting in there and cutting you apart with a machete. So guys, again, I can't emphasize that airlock enough. Airlock the shit out of your bases. The auto turret view model has been updated to reflect the new AK World model, so it looks a bit sexier, still functions just as well as it was doing before. The best part of this week's patch, guys, is none of this shit will be going on again, which is the roof raiding that was occurring when people would attach roof tiles, slant them downwards, and start to get a ramp up into the core of your base relatively quickly. So that's out of the game. Admins are once again able to get rid of items by way of simply clicking on them, but they don't need to spawn in a hammer to do so. There's now a binding command they can use. They can bind a particular key to go ahead and remove items from the game, now giving them the additional functionality to even remove resources, trees, and all sorts of things like that. You will likely wake up with a Vaj in Rust very soon, guys, so be prepared for that. It's right around the corner. In addition, we'll see some universal frames, which will have individual sort of filler material that can go in here. So we can have prison cells, rape dungeons, all sorts of things in our basements. Whatever comes to mind, whatever is creative for you, you know, you can go ahead and put in Rust. And that's going to be a pretty cool thing to see, that more customizable bases and stuff like that. Alright guys, really hope you enjoyed this week's Rust update video. As always, had a lot of fun making it. Fatal82, peace.